So first I'm applying concealer underneath my eyes. And Cher has a really bright complexion, so I'm adding it to all trouble spots on my face, as well as the areas that I want to highlight. And I'm just blending that all out. And I'm going to set my under eye concealer with a light powder, just to make sure it stays extra long. So next I'm applying my foundation very lightly all over my face. Cher has a very clear complexion, but it's also a very natural makeup look, so I'm making sure not to overdo it. And again, I'm really taking my time blending it out and making sure to cover all the problem spots. And this is just because Cher has literally a flawless complexion, so we're trying to emanate that as much as humanly possible. So here I'm taking a little bit of bronzer and just lightly contouring to sharpen my features of my face, up around the forehead, and this is a little bit of a cream blush, which is also a highlighter on my cheeks, on my forehead, nose, and chin, and then a little bit of this bubblegum pink blush for my cheeks. And I'm really blending this out. I want everything to be perfectly blended, just like Cher's perfect skin in the movie Clueless. And so here I'm just applying a light translucent powder to set everything. And again, I'm taking extra caution. I'm kind of just patting it on my face so that I don't disturb any of the foundation or concealer that I've applied. And this is just trying to replicate Cher's beautiful, flawless skin, which is like one of her main features that really stood out to me. To the eyebrows, Cher has kind of a little bit thicker eyebrows than I do, so I'm kind of just filling mine in. And I was looking at a picture of her on my laptop, which was next to me, which is why I keep kind of looking away. But I'm just trying to recreate that shape, and so her arch is kind of low, but her eyebrows are pretty thick and defined, but not very dark because she is blonde, so I'm using kind of a light color. And again, just really trying to thicken my eyebrows in a natural way and kind of copy Cher's arch. And then after filling them in, I'm combing them out, and that kind of smooths any sharp lines, any dark spots, and it makes them look way more natural. So for the eyes, I'm using concealer as a base, the same concealer that I used on my face earlier. This is kind of a lazy primer that I do anyway for myself, but it really works for Cher's look. And I'm just blending that out completely from the top of my lid all the way up to my eyebrow. Next, I'm taking a nude color and applying it all over, exactly where I applied my concealer. And I'm kind of just patting it all over my eye to avoid fallout. Not that it would really matter because it's nude. And then I'm taking that lighter color, putting it directly under my eyebrow just to highlight. And these are all matte colors. Then I'm taking a light brown and applying it to the crease with a fluffy brush. And this is kind of just mimicking the natural depth that Cher has to her eye and kind of the same eye makeup look that she does every day for school. And really just make sure you blend this out as best as you can. Taking that same light brown color on the edge of my brush, I'm putting it directly under my eye. Cher kind of has this like brown shadow underneath her eye, and it makes her eyes look so much bigger. And so we're just trying to mimic that. And to add to that also, I'm going to take this brown eyeliner, and not in the waterline, this is important, just directly below the waterline you're going to apply it so it looks as natural as possible. And next, I'm just taking my liquid waterproof eyeliner and putting it on the edge of my eyelid in just kind of a thick line, not too thick, still maintaining that natural look. And again, I'm only going on the outer half of my upper eye. Then I'm taking my pencil liner and I'm going to go up on my upper waterline. And again, just the second half. The outer half, I mean. And this just kind of adds a natural boost and a thickness. And when you have your mascara on, it kind of adds an illusion of volume. Next, I'm going in with mascara. And I'm really taking my time on the mascara. I use 3 different kinds, you'll see. And you want to lengthen and volumize your eyelashes as much as possible while still maintaining the most natural look you can. So I'm just really focusing on making sure that my eyelashes are separated here and that they're all equally coated. And I'm not so much focusing on the inner eyelashes as much as I am the outer ones. Okay, so for Cher's nude lip, I'm taking this nude lip stain. And you can use a lipstick or a stain, but this one is just the perfect color and I had it anyway. And I'm applying it all over my lips. But Cher's bottom lip is kind of thicker than her top lips. Than her top lip. She only has one top lip. And so I'm applying a little bit extra to the bottom, and then on the tip of the applicator I'm going towards the very edge and kind of lining the very bottom of my lip to kind of make it a little bigger. And so then I'm just going around my lips and further defining the shape. And I'm sealing in the lip stain with the gloss that it comes with. And so here I'm taking a concealer to actually make my upper lip a little bit smaller. I'm just using the concealer to kind of reshape my lip and make it look more like Cher's, and it looks like I have a mustache here, which is really weird. And I'm just blending it out to make it a lot less defined. And then for my bottom lip, I'm using both concealer on the sides, and then I'll be taking a little bit of bronzer right below the lip to give a little bit of a shadow for the illusion that it's bigger. And here I'm just finishing off the look with a clear lip gloss. Okay, so starting with hair, I'm going to take this heat protectant, and it's a cream, and I'm taking like a nickel-sized amount, and I'm just running it through my hair, focusing on the ends, spreading it evenly. And it also helps detangle my hair, so I'm going to brush it out right after that. then I'm going to start the straightening process. And the most important thing, in my opinion, is Cher's bangs, which just flow perfectly. She doesn't really have bangs, actually, but I do. And to kind of mimic her look, I'm rounding out my straightening instead of just straightening it straight down. And I'm doing it in layers, and then flipping up what I've done over to the other side of my head so that they're out of the way. And then I'm just kind of running my fingers through, making sure that it's the right look, and doing the same thing on the other side. And my hair's not as thick as Cher's, but this kind of gives the illusion that it is, along with some teasing we'll be doing later. And then I'm just straightening the hair around my face, the little baby hairs, making sure everything looks flawless. Semi-flawless, as flawless as I can get at least. And then I'm just gonna speed this up because I'm just straightening my hair like always. It's pretty boring. Okay, so here I'm taking the ends of my hair and I'm straightening it rounded, kind of in a rounded shape, I guess, the same way that I did my bangs. Because if you look at any pictures of Cher, her ends are so healthy and just absolutely flawless. I keep saying the word flawless, but honestly, she really is. So I'm just trying to mimic that salon blowout hair look where her ends are just beautiful and kind of curled in almost, just a tiny bit. And I'm taking my Batiste dry shampoo and going in at my roots just to add a little bit of volume, because as you all know, her hair is fabulous and very big, not to mention super shiny, which is why I'm taking this coconut oil and rubbing it into the ends of my hair. And again, I think it's kind of, I would say unnecessary, but it's definitely optional, but it really adds to the final look. It makes your hair super soft like hers. And I'm just taking my brush and making sure everything is tangle free and as smooth as possible. And here I'm taking my teasing comb, and I don't really do this often, so I don't know if this is the right technique, but it's just how I did it. I took a couple layers and I just back combed, wow. And then smooth that over just to add a little extra volume. And then played with it a little bit. And it was time to get my costume on. And I actually ordered this on Amazon. I think they're all sold out though. But yeah, that's the finished look.